Welcome to episode 3 of the Success Show podcast, where we dive deep into the stories and expertise of extraordinary individuals shaping the landscape of their respective fields. Today, I have the honor of hosting a remarkable individual who has left an indelible mark in the world of competitive swimming by making a name for himself and doing wonders for the country, Vedaant Madhavan. In this episode, we spoke about a diversity of topics, so stay tuned. Before you start watching, please don't forget to like and share this video as well as subscribe to this channel and the Ruhaan Mathreja Shorts channel. Follow me on Instagram at Ruhaan.Mathreja and at the Success Show Podcast. Once again, this is the Success Show Podcast. Enjoy. Hi Vedant, how are you doing? Thank you so
Uh,
much for being on the show, man.
No problem, man. How are you doing? I'm good.
All good, bro. It's an absolute honor to have you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I was really wanting to get you on the show a couple months back, but I think you were busy with your competitions and, traveling for different meets. So it's
Yeah, no,
great to finally have you.
yeah, I was studying in the US, so I just
Yeah.
headed back to Dubai for the summer.
How's your summer going?
I mean, so far, there's some things I could do better, but yeah, I went to Singapore last week for a competition,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, apart from that, yeah, going good. It's just started, so just more hard
Yeah.
training sessions ahead.
That's good, bro. So I'd like to start off by, talking to you about how you got into the sport and, what were you always passionate about swimming, or was it something you were naturally put into and that's how you started competitive swimming?
So in my case, I wasn't exactly like, I would not like follow swimming as a kid, but it was something that I just started that I fell in love with. It was not something that
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to go swimming and like start swimming. It was just like, you know, I was doing it for fitness and then all of a sudden something clicked in me and I was like, you know what, I just love this sport. Like I'm gonna take this further because I love doing it, so why would I not like stop?
Yeah. So you've been swimming for how long now?
I would say about 5 years, 6 years now. It's not a long time, but yeah, I
But I think
started
the
pretty
progress.
yeah, I started pretty late, so I mean, yeah, it's been a long ride so far, but the journey is just
Yeah.
starting.
I know you're definitely, I mean, older than me, but younger than other swimmers. So you definitely have a lot of time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
can you tell me a bit about, your relationship with your parents and, how the support they give you and just a little more in general about, who's responsible of what, if you can.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Can you give me a brief, description of your relationship with your parents and, how it has been, the support you get from them and much more?
Yeah, um, yeah, like obviously my parents are really supportive. I'm lucky in that manner.
Yeah.
Not many kids, not many people have that privilege of like, their parents supporting them with their dreams. And I'm lucky to be like one of those kids who's able to like have that privilege. And yeah, man, I mean, if it wasn't for my parents, I don't think I'd be at this stage or even remotely close to this stage. So I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, I'm sure because I play tennis as well, and as an athlete, I think
Oh,
it's definitely important, as that you need your parents as a supporting and as a backing for you, right from traveling with you for
oh
tournaments to
yeah.
even taking care of your diet and all.
Absolutely. Swimming is an individual sport, but I don't think of it that way. I think it's a
Yeah,
team sport, man. Like everything from physiotherapy to dietitians to like lift coaches to the coaches on the pool deck. It's a whole team that's taking care of you, and your parents are a part of that team. And if they're not supporting, all the blocks that are mixed together won't click, and you won't have that smooth sailing function, and everything just needs to click. So in my mind, it's a team sport.
yeah, definitely. So I also wanted to ask you about your junior national aquatics championship. You won, I think, 4 gold medals and 3 silvers, right? So
I
can
think
you
five, maybe. I'm not sure.
5? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me your experience during that competition and how it felt to win so much for the country?
I mean, Yeah, I mean it's a privilege. I think I won somewhat the same the year before, but this time I got the national record, which was
Yeah,
one of like my big accomplishments.
if
I
I'm
was
not
able to
wrong, it was in the 1500 meter, right?
correct. It was
Yeah.
a 1500 meter. But yeah, I was really happy with how I did in that competition. Um, Obviously I had some competitors to push me, and yeah, I mean it was just an amazing time, and I'll never forget that part of my life because there were so many things that like factored into that competition for me getting COVID and for me like so many things of it like completely getting destroyed with the rain and all
Yeah.
sort of factors, but it was a lot of fun and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Yeah, I think also I wanted to ask you about, you beat it for the 1500 meter. What makes you a
Yeah.
swimmer? What makes you choose to swim 1500 over 100 meter or 150 meter?
So I did swim the 100 meter and I won a gold in that as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean my events are long distance, so I swim the 1500, 800, 400. And I just feel like that's how my body is built. I don't have too much muscle. I'm lean, so less lactic acid builds up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the way how my body is, and I enjoy the distance events, even though in my opinion it's harder and yeah, but like it's just something I enjoy.
So you're one of those swimmers who can swim long distance and short distances both.
Uh, Kind of, yes. But yeah, like getting back to the point, I enjoy the long distance more because it's more strategical. Like,
Okay.
you can plan your race, when to speed up, when to slow down, when to
Yeah.
use your like different strokes, different gears. So there's a lot of factors that come into long distance that I like, than just like, going all out in a 50 or something.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about your training routine, and can you walk me through your typical training routine?
So which one do you want to know? The one in college or the one over here?
I'd prefer the one you use the most often, actually.
Okay, so I'll just say my routine over here. So
Sure.
um, on a hard day, it would be um, I would wake up in the morning around 4:30, get to the pool by like 4:45, swim from 5 to 7, then stretch, come back home. If I have school, I go to school, eat, come back from school, eat like some snacks, have lunch in school, obviously.
Yeah.
Then I come back, I rest for a bit. Then I head back to swimming. I go to swim at 7. I do dry land from 7 to 7:30. Then I swim from 7:30 to 9:30. And if I have gym, I would do gym in between my school and swim times. But yeah, um, I'd finish swimming at 9:30, then I would head to bed, eat dinner really quickly, and then, wake up again early in the morning.
So you
So
have a pretty
that's,
hectic day.
yeah, it's pretty hectic.
Yeah. So I mean, you're able to definitely cope with that, and that's pretty impressive actually for someone so young who's already doing so well for the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about sacrifices, man.
Yeah,
You
I
just gotta
agree.
sacrifice a few other things and,
Yeah,
just believe in the process.
yeah. You spoke about school. So how did you end up balancing your academics with your swimming, even as a child when you started off, right till you graduated?
So, the thing with school is you just have to be like really organized, man. Like, if you need a miss for an exam, you just need to coordinate with your coach or your teacher. I'm sure your teacher would like to help you out a lot
Yeah,
because you're an athlete. And you just need to have that communication and that organization skill, just like plan everything out. And I think you should be fine with the school matter. Usually, a lot of teachers have been supportive with what I'm doing. But yeah,
that's
like
great.
I'm sh that's all you have to do. Just communicate and be organized, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think also time management is key because if you're not able to manage
Yeah,
your time, you can't uh, put your
absolutely.
mind to different aspects. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So can you also walk me through your mental preparation? You know, before any competitions or post competitions. Any
So,
pre and post match routines you have?
so usually before a race, I try to stay as calm, as composed as possible, like before my race, before eating and stuff, because sometimes when I get too nervous, I won't be able to eat.
Yeah.
But half an hour before the race, or like when I'm warming up, I like to get really like excited, pumped up with a lot of like energy. I do that by, like listening to songs on my headphones and just like, pumping myself up. And before the blocks, I would just like slap myself, get energized, get like really powerful, and that's the pre-race routine I have. And post-race, I would just have my recovery stuff, my amino acids, all that stuff. Then I would, stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
Sleeping well is really key, so I would eat well, sleep well,
Yeah.
and then, look forward to the next day.
Yeah, I think that is something that is seen in every athlete's training routine, or
Yeah,
sorry, not routine, but preparation for pre
absolutely.
post match.
One thing I would like to say is,
Yeah,
the mental battle is really important. So,
definitely.
so one thing I do, and my coach told me this, is, stay always in the present.
Yeah,
So don't worry about like, oh, it's the heats now. What if I don't make it to finals, or like I need to make finals? That doesn't matter. You just need to focus on what's happening right now. That, I'm going to race right now, and forget about what's happening in the evening. I'm gonna go do my best right now. And if you can um, capture that mindset, I wouldn't say I have it, or I'm trying to develop that mindset, but that's the best mindset to have. Just focus at 1 hour at a time. Live in the moment, man. Just that's all I have to
yeah,
say. Just live in your moment.
yeah. You spoke about coaches. I think I'm sure you've worked with few of them, if not one.
Yeah.
So can you tell me the variation and what you've learned through anything, any common lessons you've learned through all of them, and anything you'd like to comment on, the training journey with each coach in brief. You don't have to, of course, give details
Yeah,
about them.
absolutely. So I started my competitive swimming in Mumbai Gaff
Okay.
um, with my coach Peter. He's an Australian coach, as well as Satish sir. So yeah, I mean over there it was I didn't get to train with them long, but that's where I like started racing competitively and developing, and I seeing all these like amazing top swimmers really like motivated me, and I wanted to beat them and prove myself
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah, Peter's coaching was very hands-on, like always like yelling at us who were doing bad, just always just yelling, 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 like, come on, you can do this. And I like that. I love that, and
Yeah.
it was amazing. And we would always have music on the deck, and it would be a lot of fun. And then I shifted to Dubai, and I started training under Coach Pradeep Kumar, who's a Dronacharya Award winner. He's a very well-respected coach in the swim community. And yeah, man, training over here with my friends, it's a lot of hard work over here, but hard work makes like pressure makes diamonds. So
Yeah.
I think that's why I improved. It's a lot of like distance and intensity workouts, and yeah, I mean he really cares for us. He really cares about Indian swimming, and I'm happy to be under his coaching. And I'm back in Dubai. I'm training on him again, and it's a lot of fun. Brings back old times, and
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm up to the challenge. But yeah, and now my current coaches are Coach Mason and Coach Sergio in Virginia Tech. And yeah, I mean, I just started in Virginia Tech, so I didn't have much time, but I'm
Yeah.
liking it so far. The environment is amazing. The swimmers are amazing, I have a lot of respect for them, and I have a lot of respect for my coaches. But yeah, the training is completely different. It's something I need to get used to. We use a lot more equipment over there, and a lot more facility. We have way more facilities as well. So it's
Okay.
it's a it's a new type of training that I want to like get used to and get to train in and train better in. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and I can't wait to go back and train harder and start competing.
Definitely. You also spoke about moving from India to Dubai. So can
Yeah,
you tell me a brief about what the challenges you faced, or how it has been, the move, the shift. Because I'm pretty sure you were born and brought up in India,
yeah,
and you did schooling as well up till a certain age there, and in this sudden
yeah.
shift to Dubai, how was it for you? And can you Briefly tell
Yeah.
me that.
So, um, I mean, the shift it was pretty smooth. We were able to get all our assets and everything, and it was a nice shift. One thing I would say is that because swimming, I don't have a problem because where I swim, it's majority of Indians. But getting adapted to that school life while being a swimmer, managing like your social life and your
Yeah,
school life and your swim life, that's a bit different. And it was kind of like a shock to me because, I was in India my whole life. I was around Indians and,
exactly.
adapting to this new environment took me a bit. But yeah, apart from that, I think it was a good decision on my end to come here because of, the whole situation that was happening with COVID and,
Yeah,
like being able to train here, it really helped me out. I was able to, race in Latvia and Denmark because of that. So
yeah,
yeah, I mean, so again sacrificed. Like I sacrificed my life in India with all my friends, a comfortable
exactly.
environment, and I was able to get out of that comfort zone, come to a whole new different country, and just start working on the stuff I love.
Exactly. I think that's something that all athletes need to do. Like I said,
Yeah,
sacrifice is key for almost every athlete.
absolutely.
You've traveled the world, Denmark, Singapore,
Yeah.
Dubai, India. Any differences you noticed in culture and the style of swimming? Anything you have to say, comment on that?
Uh, I wouldn't say the style of swimming varies from country to country. I would say it varies from person to person. Everyone has their
Yeah,
own unique way of swimming, their own style. I wouldn't say there's one particular like stroke that you need to have. Everyone has different strokes,
yeah,
and a weird stroke has and can win the Olympic medal. It's happened, but it's unique seeing swimmers all over the world. Like for example, in Singapore, I saw this Malaysian swimmer, and the way he was swimming was so unique, and it was just like so rhythmatic. And just by seeing that, you can learn things from them, take it into consideration, work on your stroke, and yeah, it's just like observation, small things like that, can take you a long way.
yeah.
But yeah,
Any one place you really liked out of them all that you've been to
um,
for a competition or
my
a meet?
favorite would be Denmark for sure. Yeah, Denmark was the best.
Yeah. Was it only because of the swim meet, or was it because of the overall culture and other aspects as well?
Oh no, their hospitality was the best. They were the nicest people. The meet was amazing. I did really well. I was there with my teammates. We were like having a lot of fun. Everyone did good. It was just good vibes. All the
Yeah.
coaches were happy. So, it was
It
just
re-
the perfect meet. I don't know how to
yeah.
explain it. It was the perfect meet.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean
Yeah,
by that. Yeah.
yeah.
So can you tell me any role models that you've had in swimming, and how you've looked up to them?
So, obviously everyone has their celebrity role models, but
Yeah.
a role model can be anything, even in practice. But my main role model will obviously be Michael Phelps. I've been looking up to him since I was a kid, before even swimming, because he's the most decorated Olympian by far. Like
Yeah.
there's no question about it, and just seeing the things he did was just awesome, and I look up to him so much. But yeah, I mean, there's so many people that are in the pool that motivate me. Like, for example, my teammate Sajjan Prakash. He's currently in Austria, um, trying to qualify for the Olympics. But I've seen this man for more than 3 years now, and I see how hard he works, even through injury. Like, it's crazy how he does it, and that just motivates me so much. And even like my teammates in VT, and just seeing them, swim fast, swim through injury. It's just like it's so motivating, man. Like I
Yeah.
look up to them. They're my seniors, and I respect them with everything I have, and I hope to be in that position one day where someone can look up to me and be like, I wish I could be like him.
Yeah. I think that's almost every athlete's, dream, for
Yeah,
someone to look up to them. So you
absolutely.
followed swimming even before you started competing and, got into the sport?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, because my mom's father always used to love watching swimming. So,
So you should sit with them and
yeah, yeah.
okay. How's your shoulder doing, by the way? I think you
It's
got an
better. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's getting better, yeah.
What
But
exactly happened?
that's just like a small, small like pin in the needle. It's not that big of a deal. I'll get over it
Oh,
and start training hard again.
that's great. Good to hear.
Yeah.
So, can you also tell me some future goals and aspirations in competitive swimming? Is like the big dream Olympics, or is there more than the Olympics that you're striving for?
Yeah, obviously the main goal is an Olympic medal. Um, Unfortunately this year I was not able to qualify. Just need to get better. There's no reason
Yeah.
for it. But now the short-term goals are competing in my collegiate season. Try to make the ACC NCAA team. Just get better step by step, and then eventually I'll reach the goal of being in the Olympics and medaling in the Olympics.
Yeah, I think I wish you all the best for that, firstly.
Thank you so much, man.
And I also wanted to ask you about the pride you felt the first time you represented India at a swim meet. How did you feel? What was the feeling? Can you walk me
Yeah,
through that, please?
so the first time I represented India was in the Asian age group in 2019.
Okay.
Um, it was amazing, man. Because the Asian age group was held in India. We were the 4x100 relay, and I started off the race, and when we finished second. And when we finished, everyone started cheering for us, started saying Bharat Mata Ki Jai, and that like it really touched me, like I'm actually like representing my nation, and that was like really, really a wake up moment for me. And
Yeah.
ever since then, I was just like, this is crazy. Like I want to live for this moment. This moment is priceless.
And especially getting that at that age, so young,
Yeah,
must have even motivated you even more.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'd also like to ask you any advice you have for aspiring swimmers. I know you're young yourself, but anyone who's looking up to you per se, because you've already represented the country at such a young age, what advice would you give someone?
Just follow your dreams, man. Eventually they'll come to reality. Just dream high. Don't listen to what others say. Just if you believe in it, then nothing can stop you. Just
Yeah.
believe in yourself, and that's all you have to do, man. Just believe in yourself, and I'm sure it'll come.
Sacrifice as well.
Sure, it'll happen. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. If you believe in yourself and on your own, you want that to happen, you won't even think about the sacrifices. The sacrifices will happen like automatically. You won't even notice them.
Yeah.
If you say that, I want to wake up at 5 o'clock and go to the pool, and you're fine with not eating late or watching an extra episode of your favorite TV show, then that's just a sacrifice you've automatically made, but you don't even like focus on that because you're like, oh, I just want to go swim tomorrow. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
So if you're just passionate about something, just follow that line, man. Just follow that road, and it's a steep hill for sure, but once you reach that
Yeah,
hill, you're on the top. So,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Uh, to end this episode, I'd love to do a quick rapid fire round with you.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go.
do you prefer pool water or the open water like seas or oceans?
Pool water.
Early morning or late night training? Because you do
Um,
both, so I mean, tell me which one you like.
that's a tough one. I would say early morning.
Seriously, you prefer early mornings?
Yeah,
So
100%.
you prefer waking up early and getting in the pool at
Yeah.
4 in the morning?
Only because I feel like at night your body gets a little bit more cold, so it'll be a little cooler.
Okay.
And I would like to train early in the morning, just waking up, your body's warm, you're ready to go, start the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good reason, I believe. So, do you prefer warming up outside the pool or in the pool?
You have to do both. I mean, that's not a question. You
Oh,
have to warm up outside and inside.
okay. I
Yeah.
got that. And do you prefer training solo or with a group?
Oh, with a group. I
Yeah, I
cannot
think you
train
told me
solo.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no, no way, no way.
you said because you look up to your seniors as well, and they're also a sense
Yeah.
of source of motivation for you. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Yeah.
thought so too. Um, do you prefer a healthy snack or a cheat meal if you
I
had the
mean,
option? I know you have
if
to
if I
maintain a
s-
strict diet, but
yeah, I mean, if I said I prefer the healthy snack, I would be lying. Obviously, I would prefer the cheat meal, but I gotta
yeah,
stick to the healthy snack.
definitely. So, do you prefer indoor pools or outdoor pools?
Indoor pools.
What do you train in, by
I,
the way? Outdoor or indoor?
I train in an outdoor pool, yeah.
Even in Dubai and
In
Virginia
Dubai,
Tech as
in the
well?
US, I train in an indoor pool.
Okay.
Yeah. But most of my life, I've been training in outdoor pools.
Okay. I think India also has very limited amount of indoor pools, I
Correct.
think.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. And what's your favorite swim meet memory?
Um, Again, Denmark.
Okay.
Denmark was my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a mix of your personal best as well as a team
Yeah,
victory
absolutely.
overall.
Yeah.
So, do you prefer training in silence or like with pumped up music and
Oh, pumped up music.
Okay.
I do
I
not like
think,
training in silence.
yeah, I
It's
think
not that
that's why you
fun.
chose not training in solo but with a group,
Yeah,
because I think,
yeah.
yeah. What's your favorite post race reward? Especially if you've
Um,
done well and
that's a tough question, man. I don't know. Maybe it depends. Like I would just like on the spot. I'd be like, oh, I won the race, so I deserve to do this.
it's
That's just
more of an
something.
on the
Yeah,
spot
it's
thinking
more
rather
of
than
like an
planning that.
on the spot.
Okay.
Yeah,
And lastly, do you prefer interval training or continuous swimming?
interval training.
Okay. I think this is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for being on it. It was an
No
absolute
problem,
honor
man.
to have you, man.
Yeah, it was an honor being here, man.
Thank you so much.
No problem, bro.